So apart from artificial intelligence, another popular ICT tool, ICT technique, which is which can be used in e-commerce or commerce field, is blockchain. So it is very powerful tool, uh, for which is used for where the transactions are involved. Uh, Most of the people think that Bitcoin uh, and blockchain are same, but Bitcoin is one of the application of blockchain, and blockchain can be used for uh, different systems where transactions are involved. uh, so let's understand blockchain and how it can be used for systems where transactions are involved. So blockchain is based on what we call as, this is a form of distributed system. Okay, so earlier we have a centralized system where a central system manages all the things. Here, but if the central system fails, these things will collapse. So this was the basic problem. So blockchain arrived, and it says that we should have a distributed system where if one system fails, it will not impact different kind of transactions. So we have some transactions involved, but we utilizes the power of distributed system to handle that, rather than using the centralized system to control all the things. For example, our banking system, one bank controls all the kind of transactions. Bitcoin is a concept which was which arrived when there was a banking system failure in US. I think in 2007-8. So it the concept of blockchain arrived, and Bitcoin was one of the application. So as I said, it is based on distributed system. Where, for example, suppose there is a transaction between two companies. Okay, and we have only two parties involved here. But what will happen in the distributed system? We will have different nodes, and this transaction detail will be stored in their ledgers also. Okay, so this is a very basic introduction of blockchain. There are different things which is involved in this blockchain transaction. Let's see with this example. So this is the basic structure which is from this website investopedia.com. A new transaction is entered. The transaction is then transmitted to network peer-to-peer computers scattered across the world, which we call as distributed ledger, where all the details of this transaction will be stored in these peer systems. The network computer solves some kind of equation to confirm the validity of the transaction, so that it can ensure that the transaction which has occurred is not the fake one. And when it is confirmed, we legitimate that transaction, and they are clustered into few blocks. So there are, say, one block is it consists of different kinds of different transactions. One, it can have a six set of six transaction, or maybe more than that. And after that cluster is formed, we call it as a block, and that transaction is complete. So this process goes on, and we have several blocks, and these blocks are connected with some kind of network, and we call that network as a blockchain network. So this is the basic fundamental principle of blockchain is now it is now being used in different systems where transactions are involved, and where the trust is required, because if till now believe in a centralized system where we are completely dependent on the centralized system, uh, whether it is, they have their monopoly and they can take decisions which are not control which are not in our control, or we can say in the control of different peers. But blockchain is a kind of decentralized system which has powered different peers to take decisions. There are few other examples also. If you want to initiate some kind of research in this direction, you can go for different blockchain systems, like for example this CBDC. RBI is calling it as a future of money, and it is again based on blockchain network. And it is it is not the Bitcoin, but we are inching towards that direction where we can have central bank digital currencies, CBDC system, where we use the power of this blockchain decentralized network uh, to deal with all the financial transactions. So you can go for you can read this document if you want to study in this direction.